with what is your name, how old are you, and where are you from?
Hi guys, I'm Skyllar. I am 26 and I am from Arizona.
Okay, and how did you become an Elvis fan?
I became an Elvis fan because of the Elvis movie. I became an Elvis fan on June 25th, 2022. I saw the movie the day after it came out and it was extremely spontaneous. I really love biopics, so when I saw the trailer, I was like, I really want to see that. I've always loved Austin Butler too. So I was like, that's actually really cool that he's doing that. And it just kind of worked out that way. And I literally felt magic that night when I saw it. And I was like, I'm hooked. And I am really happy that I know the exact day that I became a fan too, because I feel like that's very rare. And so for the rest of my life now, I'm gonna be like, June 25th is my Elvis anniversary.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Um,
Yeah.
so then you have a very strong social media presence. You were the first creator that I saw. I remember when I was just getting into Elvis, like it felt dirty to me a little bit. I was like, Elvis, like this is so strange. But then
Mhm.
I remember getting on TikTok and I remember seeing you and you were like, you were out there, you were all about it. And I was like, okay, this isn't crazy. Like there's other people doing this. So what is your, like, how has that affected your ability to connect to the Elvis community and just get deeper into Elvis?
Yeah, so I have always been like a fangirl my whole life. It's in my blood. I
Yeah.
started with Justin Bieber when I was in middle school. It was like 2010, and I started on what they call Stan Twitter. So I had been on the Justin Bieber fandom believers like on Twitter, and then I found One Direction and I was with One Direction until when they disbanded in 2016, and throughout that I was a huge Harry Styles fan. I still am, even though Elvis has taken core now, but I had been a fan of them for like 11 years, and so this whole like fandom is not new to me. Like I love community like this so much. And so when I saw the Elvis movie, I was like, I knew it was going to affect me because I had felt that before, like with
Yeah.
stuff with Harry, and I was like, oh no, like like something's happening. I told my boyfriend, I was like, we're about to go down a rabbit hole. Like I could feel it. I was so sad. I was so moved by the movie, even though I knew the movie wasn't fully truth. Like there was some fiction to it, of course,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to know more. And so for some reason, I was like, I'm just going to go on TikTok and like make a TikTok and see if anyone else feels the same because I felt insane. Like, I was used to being fans of people who are alive and who I can go see in concert and are, I can see them with my own eyes and my brain believes they're real. And so being a fan of someone who has been passed away for almost 50 years at this point was like something I did not know how to navigate. And so I just went to TikTok and was like, does anyone else feel like this? And that was my first like viral video, I guess.
Do you think
Yeah.
because I'm just thinking about this now, but do you think
Yeah.
maybe because we don't have that connection with Elvis himself since he's not alive, like the way that we make the connection is really with each other and like
Yeah.
talking to each other about him and like building it that way rather than having Elvis to like connect ourselves to?
Absolutely. I feel like he instills like this magic in all of us and we just like feel it. It's like an invisible string, like we're all connected somehow because we just understand it. It's like a vibration in a way, I feel like, and people would probably a normal person would hear me say that and be like, she's crazy. Like she is absolutely
We
insane.
get it. We
But
get it.
we
No,
get
no, no.
it.
Not to
We
us.
get it. And so, yeah, I feel like absolutely, yeah, I agree 100%.
So a couple years ago, you started a podcast. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I feel like we've kind of gone like many different ways with the podcast, but I feel like now it's truly for the younger generation of Elvis fans to continue his legacy. Like we love catering to the generation that became fans because of the movie, because when it comes down to it, like it's our job to carry out everything we do until we get old and then it passes down to the next generation.
Yeah.
And also like at the beginning, like we're both girls, like we're like we just want to talk about Elvis Presley and do girly things and dress up, and it still is that, but truly I feel like now it's for the younger generation, and we support everyone in the community whether you are young or old. Like we love hearing older fans stories so much, and we really cherish those because they're the ones who saw him like with their own eyes. Like they
Yeah.
are winning. I know they're winning always,
Yeah.
but we just relate to that younger generation because that's how we became fans, and it makes us passionate, and we, like you said earlier, like we feel the same love and like that magic. So that's kind of where we are right now with it. It could change in a year. You know, we're very flexible with wherever it goes. It's kind of just what feels right at that moment.
And I don't know if you felt this at Elvis Week, but I felt like just talking to some of the older fans or like just the vibe from the older fans, like I felt a responsibility from them too, like to almost to like get it right or like to take their experiences and pass them on. I don't know if you felt that same kind of responsibility from them too.
No. Yeah, 1,000%. Like the last night we had met, her name was Ruth, and she was an original gate girl, and she went and saw Elvis 39 times in concert and got either 2 or 3 kisses from him. And it was just like hearing her stories, it's like that's what we're chasing after. Like that feeling of what it was like to see him and be around him. Like we're gonna be forever chasing that because we're never gonna get to experience it. So it's like you said, like being responsible for their stories and also getting their stories out there exactly what you're doing. Like it's amazing what you're doing with this because it's important for their stories to be told. It's important to get firsthand accounts of what it's like to see Elvis at the gates, what it's like to see Elvis in concert. Like it's so important. So I absolutely do feel that responsibility 1,000%.
So what is something you think that people who are not Elvis fans should know about Elvis?
That he was one of the most attainable celebrities to his fans ever. Being in this fangirl life for a long time, celebrities are not attainable anymore. It's like if I wanted to meet Harry Styles, I have to be walking down the streets of London and catch him riding his bike. Like I'm never gonna just like somehow meet him at his house. Like that's not a thing anymore. And with Elvis, like he just you could tell, and he said this many times, like he loved the fans so much. He knew the reason why he was there today was what he was because of the fans. And of course he took it miles after that, and he is the reason that he is the king of rock and roll. But like at the beginning, like the fans are who sold out his shows, who were freaking out. His fans are the original fangirl. So like it felt like so cool to like learn about like my roots in a way because I'm like this is like what I am today, but they are the OGs. But I just think that people don't understand like how willing he was to just go down to the gates and take pictures with everyone and sign everyone's autograph and give this person a car, give this person a $300 check for literally doing nothing. And like he took care of every single person around him, every single person he met.
Thank you so much, Sky, for talking to me. This was really great.
You're
And
welcome.
keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great work.
Thank you. You too, sis. You keep doing it.